Hello everyone, welcome in, welcome in. Let me just finish getting ready. Promoting myself, making sure everyone knows that I'm online. Oh, whoops. But welcome in everyone. My name is Vesper Fortune, Bat of Fortune, Witch of Fate. If you don't already know me, I'm a variety streamer who focuses on horror, RPGs, and usually very indie stuff. I talk a lot about tea. Tonight's blend is pomegranate and green tea. I'm not really... hold on. This one's a little weak. This one's a little weak. The tea be weak. Sometimes it's not always the best, but I make do. I make do with what I got. To be fair though, like, sometimes, you know, the store-bought stuff is better than the, not the store-bought stuff, the more store-brand stuff. The stuff you find in stores is better than what you get online sometimes. Isn't that, like, funny? Like, the pomegranate green tea that I get from the store, like, just like the grocery store is way better than, other things I get. Because this is from a Republic of Teas, and the pomegranate isn't really that strong. It feels more like... It's way fainter than the pomegranate I'm used to, and who pinged me? Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, I have that muted. Alright, I have to, actually... Hold up. Have to do the things. I have to be a good streamer. Which is wild, because I'm not usually good at that. Okay, stream manager. Okay, there we go. Let me, I hope everyone else is doing well. I still have Truffle. Truffle will never leave my side again. I mean, he will eventually. I'm just, not letting him go yet. I love him. I love him so much. He's my man. He's my man. We're gonna go get married. We're gonna have a couple of kids, live in a trailer park. I'm allowed to say this bullshit because, yeah. Okay, but I'm having a so-so day. I kinda didn't want to get started on streaming. I like streaming, but, I kinda didn't wanna do it tonight, not for any particular reason. I'm just, I'm still getting used to not doing anything at my desk. I'm better at it now, but I was just getting into writing more and doing stuff, and now I'm like having to adjust to being on my bed a lot more, and I'm just like not enjoying it. But you've heard me bitch about this for weeks and weeks and weeks. Hopefully, well, I'll probably deal with it in some way or another. I'll either adapt, improvise, overcome, or be overwhelmed. Okay, let me turn this down a bit. La 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 la. La. Okay, that's about as good as it's gonna get, yeah. As long as I'm not, we're gonna be good. And I hate peeking into the red, cause I know that hurts people's ears. Even if it's like, if I have this turned down a little. I shouldn't be in the green. Yellow is best, I think, though personally before I was trying to be in the green. Like upper ranges of green. But, yeah. I'm a little bit tired today because the knee spats are getting older, much to my chagrin. Much to my chagrin, my hatred, my age. I'm so old. I'm only 29 with one wink. Soon to be 29 with 2 winks. Forever 29. Everyone else is getting old around me, so I also feel old. And I only get to feel older. I don't get to feel younger. Because, you know, once you have, like, kids and a substantial part of your life, like, you just feel crunchier. You feel like a Snickers bar, you know? Like, you feel like the pretzel. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm also partially watching a French stream. Partially watching a French stream, only in support. I'm probably gonna close out because the setup will explode otherwise. I hope that, like, yeah, like, the knee spats are being emotionally exhausting as being preteens tend to do. As being preteens tend to do. Like, you haven't felt true exhaustion until you just sat there listening to a preteen talk about something, and then you are like, oh, was I like this? Was I like this? Was I this cringe? Was I like this? With all my little drama? Because you kind of don't realize how stupid and little your little teenage dramas are until you're older and wiser and hopefully not involved as in much drama. Hopefully. I know some people who aren't like that, who have not gotten older and wiser, they just gotten worse. They continue to make choices. Choices that I, as a person with 29 and 1 wink, cannot support. Can't. It's funny because as an adult, you're supposed to learn not to cause drama, but embrace your, like, inner childishness and everything you want to do as a kid. All the whimsy and stuff, and it's like there is a lot to handle as an adult, and I'm tired of adulting. I want to go back to being a kid. Though I really don't feel like an adult either. 30 is the new 20. Or should I say 29 is the new 20? Not to be, like, all philosophical, but I'm still going through my 20s. I'm still going through the 20s. Hello, Ditz. You caught me in the middle of an I'm old speech. You caught me in the middle of an I'm old speech. I hope you're doing well, though. I'm fine, besides, you know, like, dealing with 2 nieces living in my house and being preteens. One of them's 12 right now, the other's 13. Is she 13? Yeah, I think she's 13, and she's going on 14. And she's going to be 14 soon. The other one's going to be 13 soon. I'm going to be 29 again. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely an icy situation. I don't mean to, like, be down about it. It's just that, you know, it wasn't like the key. I don't want to get too into the situation because it's depressing. But I kind of talked around it, but we have my nieces because of, well, Sister Bad isn't a good caretaker. So, the so we had to take the niece bats from the government and take care of them. So it's not like this situation happened. I mean, it happened sorta naturally. Sorta naturally. But there was government interference in between said steps. It wasn't like, oh, you're just going to go immediately to your closest relatives. It's like, no, your closest relatives have to go through all of this. And to be honest, I'll say my life is different since they've been in it in a good way. Not having my own children, though, this just confirms it. This just confirms it. It's like, I've helped take care of children that aren't my own. Why would I want my own? Love my nieces, but they've been enough. I've had enough influence. Taking care of children is a task in itself, yeah. Wish we were back in the old days when you had a literal village helping out, because that would be useful. It's like, can we go back to communities, please? Can we go back to communities? Well, we do have a little bit of help. We have one of our neighbors, and we have extended family, so there's that. Yeah, that's how I describe it. But on to actual streaming topics. Tonight is Ambition Minuet of Power Night. To be honest, I've been kind of thinking, and I kind of just realized after the last time we played, I acted as a babysitter before. It's very hard to calm them down, even when going to school when we were both kids. Yeah. They're very, my nieces care a little too much about drama. They care a lot about drama that does not particularly involve them. Or like, they're involved, but it's very petty teenage drama. Which seems to have continued into my adulthood. It's like, I've noticed something here, I don't like it. I noticed something here and I don't like it. I've seen this movie before and I didn't like the ending. But not to mention, one of my nieces has to wear glasses and she doesn't want to because she's afraid of getting bullied. And we're trying to be like... We're trying to teach her the truth, you know, that she'll have friends who'll stick around her if she wears glasses, and the people who don't stick around are probably not people she wanted around anyway. And that, bullies are gonna be bullies no matter what. It's a tough lesson, but we just want her to learn it before, you know, she has to actually go through the experience. Because it's like, here's the thing, if she doesn't get the glasses, CPS is going to get on our ass. So it's like there's going to be a loss. It's going to be a loss. And that's the unfortunate thing, is that because Child Protective Services would be on our butt, because the Child Protective Services would be on our butt, we have to put some independence on the girls. It's like, some independence, some responsibility. It's like, you kind of have to do this for yourself. For yourself and us, but more for yourself, because we're worried about you. And she gets it, I just don't think she likes it. So it's partially for her, partially because it's gonna happen either way. Like, Like, if she isn't getting bullied for glasses, she's gonna get bullied for something else. Though in my experience, it's middle school that was filled with bullies. And it could be just because I hung out with a certain crowd, I wasn't bullied that much. Or I just entered my music listening phase around that time. But I was not as bothered in high school as I was in middle school. Middle school for me was the bullying years. I was a bullied little bat back then. Though it didn't help that I reacted very easily. Because I was a middle schooler. Was I supposed to not react? What happened was, in elementary school, I was popular. I wasn't popular, but I enjoyed it. I was more enjoyable company. I also gave away a lot of my food. But, in elementary school, I was sort of popular, or at least I was the normal kid. I was friends with everyone. In middle school, I became the bully kid. And then in high school, I was the artsy kid. I mean, there was like a little bit of overlap between the bully kid and the artsy kid. I'll be real. But in I was a little bit bullied and bothered in middle school probably because I just gave such delicious reactions. Like I gave reactions that got me suspended. Oh, was that in high school? No, I was suspended in high school because I accidentally skipped a class. I was suspended in high school because I accidentally skipped a class to go to the talent show. But that was because, like, they had the talent show during lunch. And, like, some of the classes were allowed to go and some weren't. And I accidentally went. But to be fair, it was a horrible class. It was literature class, and and it's high school lit, so it's not good literature. It's not to mention they were separating classes by sex. So I was in an all-male class at that time. An all-male class filled with boys I did not like in any shape or form. So it was like, it wasn't that much of a loss. It wasn't that much of a loss, and it was with a teacher I didn't like that much either. If I remember correctly, I did not like him. But I think it was mostly more because I did not like the separated by sex classes. I think they stopped doing that because they realized boys are going to be annoying no matter who they're with. Boys, I think honestly, you put a bunch of boys in the same classroom, it's going to be more annoying than a mixed sex classroom. It's going to be way more annoying. But on to streaming news, because I just went on a ramble there, because, I don't tell many stories. But on to actual streaming, onto my problems with Ambition. Ambition itself is an amazing game. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I was like, do I want to stream tonight? It's probably because, I'm realizing Ambition is a good game, but not a great game, because I've been realizing since, like, last week, when we played it, that we haven't gotten a singular CG. We have not gotten one CG. And maybe because we're not in situations to get CGs, but considering all that I've done in Ambition, I should have gotten a CG by now. Unless they reserve the CGs for dates, which in my mind is wrong. I would like to have CGs for more important story events and dates. But if I had to choose between them, I would have preferred it for the storyline. Or for like important, like, I've had an iPhone suddenly started out now, or what happened? That might be on your end, cause I don't have any dropped frames. I didn't stop recording unless unless something happened and I'm not being told. Unless something happened and I'm not being told. Yeah, it's on my end. Okay, okay. I like double checking though, just to make sure, yeah, cause like I get that. Sometimes it's on my end, sometimes it's on Twitch's end, sometimes it's on uh the I need to brain the audience's end, or sometimes it's the internet provider. But I was just talking about ambition. We have gotten no CGs in terms of like rewards, which is like one of my biggest deals about a visual novel is, being rewarded. That's like the main thing about any game is being rewarded. Okay, hold up. Is being rewarded for your efforts. And like the writing of ambition is good, but it's hard carrying everything else. Not everything else. Everything else is good. Or it's good enough to where I don't take notice of it. But I was like, after I finished playing last week, I was like, well, wait, we haven't gotten a singular CG. We haven't gotten a singular CG. And like all the elements of the game are good. I'm just like, where's the topper? Where's the icing for the cake? Where, because like we have the cake, we have everything that goes on top of it, but we don't have the icing, which I would say is the most fundamental part of a cake. Like we have everything else to make this cake good, but where's the CGs? I don't know. I think all my previous visual novel experiences have really spoiled me. I feel like since this isn't really an indie title, it's not like 100% indie. I think there was like a bunch of people behind this development. Not the development of this particular visual novel, but this is a company. This is not like an indie company. This it's definitely something investors have put into. Like, let me check. But I'm like realizing, wait, there's no CGs. There's no CGs. Which seems very small, but in comparison to, let's say, smaller indies? In comparison to smaller indies, I'd say that something like this, who made this? Who is behind this? Tell me who is behind this mess? This wonderful mess. Community hub. Oh, wait. Library. Store page. The developers Joy Manufacturing Co. Who is behind Strange Horticulture, Hell Reach Vegas, Airport Sim, Blazing Sails. It's like, You don't have any reason to not be putting in CGs. The Sojourn. There's there's enough coming out of this company for me to be like, it doesn't need to be like this. It doesn't need to be like this. Midnight Protocol, like I've seen some of these games. And it just kind of feels like that is like the main thing that is keeping me from saying this is a great game. And I hate to say I I am like I hate to be like that. This is the main thing weighing the game down. But but and this is definitely negative. I'm not saying yet because it's a but. But even indies with like very complicated systems have, you know, CGs in them. And like I said, I have not seen a singular CG. And like there's other things. So like what I'm saying is to get to the point, which I'm not very good at getting to, by the time we get to the point it's all rusted and blunt, is that after we finish this run, I'm not going to play any more Ambition on stream. Mostly because there are other, more well-polished visual novels out there that I believe deserve attention and would be more entertaining to do a complete playthrough of. And I'll probably play this on my own time because I actually do enjoy everything else. But I'm realizing that I'm having a lot of like issues because there is not enough like flag interactions. Because like like we encountered one of the characters after we met her, and thank you. After we met her in a story event, and she was like, "I don't know you," and I'm sorry, that bothers me. It's like, a woman, you just painted an entire revenge painting for us. And like, I just want to give reasons to why I won't be playing a game anymore. And thank you for the Tamagotchi again. I went to exercise today, but I just didn't have time. And I'm actually enjoying the exercising because my knees aren't as crunchy. But like, yeah, we won't be playing Ambition after we complete it. It's not like Yuppie Psycho where we can easily get more endings or any other visual novel where I would feel the urge to go get more endings. Which is like, my main thing is, would it be enjoyable for Chad to sit through this? Like I would love to play Dramatical Murder on stream. I wish there was like a clean version. I know there is a clean version. The PSP version I think is clean. So I may be tempted to play that on stream. Because I do want to share Dramatical Murder with everyone. But I'm just thinking of other visual novels and how they reward more. This might be like a long game, like in terms of rewards. Like I'm in this for the long haul with Ambition, but I don't feel like there's going to be an ending CG worth not having CGs for the rest of the game. There's very few games where I'd be like, alright, this is worth the wait. No. If it was just the ending CGs for Dramatical Murder, I'd be like, no. like even like and like here's the thing, there's more gameplay in Ambition than most visual novels, so I just feel like I should be rewarded more. Oh wait, am I being summoned on the Discordo? Discordo. I don't mean to like be bitching about, but like as someone who is literally playing games as a job, is my job. Like in terms of most visual novels, I do like Ambition. It's good. I feel like the rewards could be better. Like that's just my main thing is that rewards can be better. Like again, that's like my main problem with home. I am still I am still I'm still reeling from home. That is like my big thing. Like that's why I don't like some grind. That's why I don't like certain grinds in games, is because there's just not enough reward for the grind. I mean, you don't even have to give me much reward. You just have to give me, like, a shiny piece of clothing. I'd be like, okay, I'll do it. Give me a shiny piece of clothing, because, you know, fashion is in-game. Fashion is always in-game. Why can't I find it? Why am I blind? Why am I blind tonight? Okay, there we go. Mm. Like I said, I have no other problem, because, like, even the music is, like, very fitting. Are you gonna be nice? Yes, you are. Okay, hold up. Let me resize the window a little bit, because I'm realizing it's not fully in screen. Oh, that's why. Okay, I had it a little too high up. I had it a little too high up. But yeah, I think tonight... I hope it doesn't... Oh, please don't tell me I go all the way to December in this game. Please don't tell me I go all the way to December. I know I at least go to June. Okay, we have a party tonight. It's always a party with these people. I'm not allowed to rest. It's only party. Party. Back to the club. Go to the plane. Go to the club. Go to the plane. Go to the bus. Go to the mall. Party. 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 Oh, wardrobe. We're dressing for the revolution. Who you wearing? Okay, who you wearing? We only have really, like, one thing we can wear, honestly. And it's this. Assess preparations. Well, let's consider how well rested you feel. Unfortunately, you can feel the exhaustion set in as soon as you look past the door towards the enormous crowd of party guests. Tonight is going to be a long night. Now, let the games begin. The American problem, which is America. We're going to need to do a lot to snatch a raise and become the leader of gossip. Right! We need to make sure none of these people are left with wigs anymore. We need to remove all these wigs. Oh god, tonight's gonna be an awful party tonight, isn't it? We have the gambling addict. We have the American problem, which, again, is America. Revolutionary zeal. And of course, the hot revolutionary man. I should actually go talk to him, but we're so dead set on Armand and his comfy, pillowy chest. We're always so dedicated to that I'm like afraid of meeting these other people. But honestly, I'm so tired of all these conversations. I'm so tired of the tea. Strolling about this revolutionary party, notice a group increasing in excitement, slowly gaining energy as they enter a full-on state of argument and debate. Recognizing that such a state is exactly when you hear the best gossip, you start approaching them. However, as you're approaching, someone peels off from that exact group and greets you. She's smiling, but doesn't feel friendly. What do you want, ho? I was just coming over there for some nice tea. And you're over here. Are those pigs in a blanket? Are those miniature weenies? Yes, they are. I don't belong at this party. I'm too good. I mean, I love hot dogs in a blanket, but at a party. He's about to whip the fan out and do a cackling laugh. Yeah. Ah, what a lovely party. Such a wonderful gathering of revolutionary minds. The only thing that really spoils the occasion is that you can truly never be too careful. Her name is Suspicious. Suspicious girl. Not what I need. Suspicious girl. After all, while the king and queen don't have an official reason to arrest any of us, I'm sure they provide a handsome reward to anyone able to find such a reason. Oh. You're the money bitch. I mean, I respect the need for the bag and the skill for the bag, but I'm gonna stomp you. Which is, of course, why we all have to be so careful, wouldn't you agree? Really, any new stranger could be a potential threat, she muses, looking you up and down. Madam, I understand that you're trying to be vigilant, but is this really necessary? Is it necessary, she asks? It's not, she replies, sighing, looking more than a little embarrassed. I'm sorry, I judged you unfairly. Yeah, bitch. Move along. Move along. Oh, pardon me, everyone, she calls out over her shoulder to the group as she steps aside and makes room for you in the circle. I'd like you to meet someone. The main group of guests doesn't stay together for much longer. They might acquire some interesting tidbits from the conversations that you hear there. You gain a piece of cheap revolution gossip. Just as you finish memorizing what you just heard, groups start to break off into tiny little clusters. Each cluster scatters to a different corner of the park to investigate new diversions and entertainments. I just remembered. I have to do this. I just remembered to actually change my thing. Okay, we're good. Dun, 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 dun. Even the woman who was so suspicious of you earlier has already disappeared. Good. Alright, we got Salmon Head Lady. You're the break-in. America. The run-of-the-mill interaction with a lone revolution woman at a party. You may find yourself having many like it in the future. Oh, I hate all these. let's do the Amer. Oh god, no. Why do I hate all of you? You know what? Let's break in. Let's break in. This is this is the best one. Walking around the party by yourself, you notice a room with a stately desk appears to have been left open and unattended. The desk itself is scattered with important-looking papers. Perhaps you should skulk around there for a moment. The papers on that desk might lead to some valuable gossip. Close the door behind you to make sure that you can go about your work unobserved. Are you still keenly aware of how it might look if you were caught doing this? You quickly sift through the papers on the desk, looking for anything that might provide you with valuable rumor you could sell to Pierre. Your eyes settle on a half-finished letter to one of the host's confidants. Amidst the usual pleasantries, you read something quite useful. You have gained a piece of cheap bourgeoisie gossip. Committing the details to memory, you also try to decide what to do next. Now would be a good time to leave. Just as you finish closing the door behind you, one of the chambermaids rounds the corner and eyes you suspiciously. She's about to say something to you, but it all takes a single withering glare from Hansel to make her reconsider this course of action. Slowly and quietly, the maids back away without any further investigation. Then you return to mingling with the other guests amidst the party proper. Thank you, Hansel! Hansel keeping our maidenly virtues real. Okay, we have... We'll decline this founding feast, but we'll accept this one, the closer one. And we'll accept the music recital as well. We're going to return home, because we have 3... Pay my rent and servants. Leave me alone, Camille. Leave me alone, Camille. You take all my money. I should have never hired Maurice. He was an awful choice. He's Amazon Prime. Oh, wrong face though. It's how I feel all the time. Okay, what? What gossip do I have? Increase the power of the revolution. I really need to, actually, I need to probably go visit the, You know, they talk about how I'm not, like, well-rested, so... Let's see what happens if I spend an extra day at home. Okay, 5+ credibility to my next party. Which, I need. Because I'm about to visit one. Okay. The military is going to get sick of this dress. Says preparations. I am at 100 credibility. Let the games begin. Oh, let's actually go talk to people who... Oh. Oh. The gold mine of tea. The gold mine of tea. The tea mines. This is like the tea that was thrown into the harbor. The sea is of tea. We're picking this one, definitely. Circle the party with a wide-eyed expression of feigned delight. It's not that you're not enjoying yourself, but it helps make it less noticeable that you're looking for promising targets of your inquiries. Come across a conversation between malfunction, bad malfunctioning. I hate the word bespectacled. It's just a word. Come across a conversation between a donk, 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 donk. 10 psychic damage. You come across a conversation between a bespectacled man and Corporal D. Alvernay. Unfamiliar guest is keeping a calm demeanor, but the young cavalryman is letting his fiery temperament get the best of him. Is that why smaller people are so quick to anger? Do they just have the same amount of color as everyone else, but less room to store it? No, you Yvette making fun of short people. I thought you were better than this. I thought you were better than this, Yvette. First, it's excuses and pay shortages, but now we're dogged by yet another scandal. Even our weapons themselves are suspect. So I've heard, replies the gentleman. From what I know, soldiers in multiple battalions have found that they were sold crates of musket balls made from doctored lead. These brittle ammunitions barely fly through the air, and if they do manage to find their mark, they harmlessly crumble to dust. He grimaces before returning to his normally neutral expression. It appears that the supply of these musket balls is owned by a noble who's currently favored at court, so any investigations into this misdeed have merely fizzled out without answers. Ugh, the dragon replies, spitting on the ground in disgust. If any of us did this, we'd swing from the gallows, and rightly so. It seems that even treason in the name of profit is acceptable, as long as you have blue blood flowing through your veins. Whose fault is this, really? You consider the implications of such a rumor. Well... Since we're part of the revolution, this is the Crown's fault, as they've chosen to ignore an obvious crime. You gained a piece of shocking Crown gossip. The entire thing is a disaster from start to finish. The gentleman shakes his head at the thought. Murder, curses the dragon when he sees that you've overheard their conversation. Obviously, I find no fault with His Majesty King Louis XVI. God preserve him. The military stands ready to defend him at a moment's notice, the corporal exclaims, forcing an excessively broad smile. Believing otherwise would be an unacceptable crime and beneath me. Don't worry, you have my discretion. There's no need to hide your anger. Merci beaucoup, madame, he replies in a low voice. Well, that's not including the gossip you picked up earlier, but he believes you regardless. Everything feels like it's just lurching from one crisis to the other. People like us, he continues, gesturing at the three of you. People like us need to look out for each other, because I guarantee you that nobody else will. Gained a little credibility, you lost a little peril. Your conversation with the two of them continues at a pleasant pace for some time afterwards. Nice to actually relax at one of these events. If one isn't too careful, it could start to feel like... If one isn't careful, it could start to feel like work. And what would the point of that be? Eventually you say your goodbyes and part ways with them. You scan the party to see if there's anything else you can do before the party ends. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Pick this one, because this one seems... Oh, hold on. Which one of you is better? You can help my credibility. You have tea and credibility. As you stroll through the space between the tents, taking in the sun, you see a... Why can I not speak anymore? I'd like to know what gods have cursed me. I'd like to know what gods have cursed me. Sigh. As you stroll through the space between the tents, taking in the sun, you see a woman sitting alone and angrily sighing to herself. You decide to approach her after she shifts listlessly in her seat for the 5th time. Dear Mercy, I was starting to think I become invisible, she says to herself when she notices you. Sacre bleu! You're Yvette Decaux, aren't you? She gasps as she looks you in the eye for the first time. It's almost unnerving how recognizable you become. Yeah, that's kind of unnerving. At least you understand how it feels to become out of place. No idea. The fact that our social reputation isn't in tears at this point is a feat in its own right. Right, I have put in the work. Dresses. Dresses heal everything. Want to make a YouTube apology? Wear a good dress. Wear the right dress with the right attributes saves you the trouble. Just never equip a ukulele. The ukulele is always negative. The ukulele is always a negative modifier. It's cursed now. All ukuleles are cursed. All ukuleles are cursed. They're like cursed items from D&D. At least you understand how it feels to be out of place, she sighs, this time less unhappily. My husband is a soldier who was recently transferred to Paris. I followed him, of course, but now it means I'm in a city where I don't know anyone. I met the other military wives, but they already know each other, and my every attempt at pleasantries is rebuffed. She looks down at the table and starts to shake. I'm just sick of this. I'm sick of parties where everyone only wants to talk about the army. I'm sick of haughty women who find them every excuse to disregard me. I'm sick of other women acting like they're better than me because their husband outranks my husband. Nobody ever listens to me, but I sure listen to them, she says, rolling her eyes. What exactly do you hear when they ignore you? Oh, so many things. For example, did you know that? With a building excitement, she tells you the latest going-ons and misbehaviors that have been bubbling up within military ranks. You gain a piece of shocking military gossip. And, honestly, it's so much worse than that. I have 100 credibility. I don't wanna ruin that. Or would you prefer to talk about that? What do I want? She asks, almost puzzled by her question. It has been a long time since anyone has asked me such a thing. You gain a little credibility. We talk with her a while longer, keeping the conversation focused on her and her interests. It takes some time for her to get going. She actually turns out to be quite interesting. Specifically, she's a very accomplished equestrian. Let's say, it's been a pleasure, but I must be going, she says with a nod in your direction. Bon chance, Yvette. Having taken your fill of gossip, but not too greedily, begin to review the part to see if there's anything you can do before the event comes to a close. Let's see, a shocking crown gossip. A group of aristocrats have been trying to secure foreign sources of grain. It is, as they claim, to distribute to starving farmers, or to hoard for themselves. Shocking military gossip. A captain in the Guard Royale recently caught engaging in, the staggering number of affairs. They say that the king has been discussing changes to how the military pays its wages. Is the new pay schedule a necessary reform, or a way to pay troops even less? 3rd of June. Okay, let's go. Let's go make sure we have enough money to... Okay, we're gonna peddle one of these to the revolution. We're just gonna sell the gossip. Hmm. But I am surprised how our entire reputation is just not awful. Hmm. Hmm. Um. That could give me money. That's Elizabeth. I don't really need credibility anymore. This one I wouldn't mind. You decide to spend the day walking by the river in order to get some fresh air in Paris. You come across the door. Hold on, wait. Is it ad time? Oh, it's ad time. Hold on. I need some more drinks. I'll be right back, VOD people. Don't know what happened. What happened? Oh, that's what happened. Okay. We are back from the horrible creation of capitalism called commercials. I accidentally made a boo-boo. I made a boo-boo. Because I forgot to lock the screen. Hold on. Is this... I should have gotten a simpler gaming screen. There we go. There we go. I think that works. I don't see any, Yes, thank you, Ditsanel. Thank you, thank you. I had to leave and go get some more, but fortunately I was, like, on the lookout for that one. I was on the lookout for that one. Because I really needed some water. I drank all my tea at the beginning of stream, most of it anyway. Okay. You decided to spend the day walking by the river in order to get some fresh air. As you come upon the docks, you find the beach port to be busy as usual. With sailors, porters, and merchants moving around and like buzzing bees in a hive. One such a merchant approaches and greets you strongly with an accented French. Ah, hello, madame. He has a cat. Why can't I fuck him? Why can't I fuck him? Look at that cat! Listen, listen. I don't need fancy things. I don't need the glam. Just give me your cat. May I ask a favor, he asked in a low voice, glancing about. What do you need, friend? That's fantastic. Fantastic. He whispers to you. Don't worry. It won't be difficult. I've done this many times. Yeah. I'm Jakov. By the way, I'm an importer and exporter of beers and fine spirits and cats. See, what I need you to do is find someone for me around here called Watchman Bernardin. He's tall, very thin, and... Declare your goods, orders an approaching watchman of the Guillet Royale. His voice is monotone and bored, and he's fat. Fruit-based spirits, Rakija, to be precise. In fact, it is the finest spirit in all of... Manifest now! He barks angrily at Jakov, eyeing the cat with some level of discomfort. Save the mongering for the market. Ugh, paganistic things. Managed to hear the archer mutter himself under his breath as he makes the small sign of the cross. Yeah, don't shoot the cat. The cat did nothing. He's a Christian, though, so I'm not a big fan of that. He's a Christian with a cat. Now I know he's Christian, you can shoot him, just give me the cat. You can shoot the man, just give me the cat. Oh, I don't think a manifest is necessary, Jackal replies with an uncomfortable smile. On your comments, Watchman Bernardine and I have an agreement regarding... Bernardine is sick. I'm covering his shift, all in my day off. Oh, never mind. We're back to being on Jakhov's side. So it's the Guillet Royale who's the Christian. It's the Guillet Royale who's the Christian. We're back to liking Jakov. Now give me the manifest or I'll be forced to confiscate your wares. Jakov glances towards you significantly, making a small gesture to the archer. Oh, we just wanted to give this gift to Master Bernardin. Perhaps you would like it instead. Ah, I see. This is the kind of arrangement you were speaking of. While I may be unfamiliar with such things, perhaps I'll be able to learn The archer replies, his open hand tucked low and close to his body in a way that suggests a lifetime of practice. You pay 20 livres. Carry on then, spirit monger, the watchman says with the tip of his hat. Without another word, the archer disappears, presumably so he can bother other people on the docks. Ah, fantastique, madam. We would not have evaded that officious pig better myself. How can I possibly repay you? In my experience, payment for services rendered is traditional. How about some of that Arkesia you touted so much? Ah, you are truly a woman of fine taste, then, he replies, opening a crate and to pull out a bottle for you. You don't recognize the writing on the label, but the liquid inside is clear like water. Cat petting service, yes. Let us pet your cat, sir. I mean, I pet you too, but the cat's good enough. I mean, if he's pagan and he has a cat and he makes wine, what more do I need? What more do you want of any man? I am sorry, Armand. We're dumping you for the wine twink. We're dumping you for the meat twink. I'm not sure if that plays double for anyone else. I think because I'm listening in one earphone, it plays double, so I get like a light echo. But yes, we're dumping Armand for the wine twink. Drink it straight, as you would a spirit like brandy, but be careful. Its sweetness is what makes it dangerous, much like yourself, he says with a wink. Now I must get back to work before some other nosy official starts inquiring about any discrepancies between my manifests and my products. So the two of you part ways. Not long after that, you decide to head home with your strange new prize and a powerful sense of satisfaction. Yeah. I wish he was one of the love interests. Please don't tell me I'm actually playing this until December. Okay, well, we have a party to go to, so I don't care. Oh, wait. I have a party to go to, so let's not think about the future, let's think about the now. And what sort of dress am I going to wear? Music recital for the bourgeoisie. Do I have anything specifically for the bourgeoisie? I do not. We have the thing for the military and the crown and the bourgeoisie. Assess my preparations. And my credibility? I mean, I was about to say my credibility's at 0. I don't need my credibility at 0. My credibility at 0 would be a problem. But my peril is at 0. Now let the games begin. Oh... Let's see here, is someone hitting on someone? Oh. Or I can talk to the hot widow. You know what, let's finally meet one of these other love interests who I have been avoiding like the plague. But the conversation, the tea, the delicious tea is, you know, the tea can wait. The tea, it might be red velvet cake tea. Maybe it'll still be good when it's just warm. I kinda wanna see the hot widow. Hot bisexual widow. I mean, isn't that the millennial dream? The hot bisexual widow? Not really mine. But... but it might be Yvette's. Let's just see her. Taking a moment to yourself, listening to the party's exquisite string quartet when you notice something odd. An elegant woman in black is staying off to the side of the party by herself. Her presence is obvious, and while nothing about her seems outwardly wrong, see that the other guests are making an effort to avoid her. You scrutinize the other guests, but their darting glances... You scrutinize the other guests, their darting glances, and concealed whispers. Someone attempts to approach her, but suddenly thinks better of it. Are they intimidated by her? You shrug and take a healthy sip of wine. After all, this all sounds to you like an absolutely perfect reason to go talk to someone. Ooh. 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 I like her. I like her. However, just as you start walking towards her, she stares at you with a surprising intensity. Like she's studying you. Feeling a little unnerved, you're starting to understand where all this intimidation business is coming from, but you can't stop now. She cuts you off right as you're about to introduce yourself. And who might you be? My name is Yvette Decaux, madame. Ah, Nivelus. It's nice to meet someone equal parts straightforward and adorable. You gained some favor with Madame Gazel. My name is Honorade Gazel, but you may simply call me Honorade. I'm glad you came over. I'm starting to grow bored, and life is too frightfully short to allow for such a thing. Though I wonder what inspired you to come speak with me. Classy lady. Right. She's very straightforward. And also, she has a frightening amount of cleavage for this. No, this might be the proper amount of cleavage for the day and age. You know, I bet you she killed her husband, and I support that. I 100% bet she's behind the murder of her own husband. This is all just a show. You don't show this much cleavage. You don't show this much cleavage if you're grieving your husband. If you actually enjoyed your husband's company, I don't think you might be showing that much cleavage in this day and age. Look at the statue, even he knows. The statue is staring at the bosom. I'm not sure the proper amount of cleavage for French Revolution days, but I think this is beyond a tasteful amount. This is probably going into raunchy cleavage for this day and age. The other guests are afraid of you. I found that intriguing and want to learn why. Walk directly into the spider's web, Harry, she says with a wicked smile. I like your adventurousness, but be careful. It might get you hurt. You have gained some favor with Madame Gazel. Of course, I can't blame the other guests for not speaking with me. After all, most of them have never seen me before. You see, I tend to prefer more intimate gatherings. My husband attended these parties in my stead. Of course, that's no longer possible. But we all have our obligations. She sighs and sips her water. However, obligations are a tiresome conversation. I'd rather speak of passion. What are your passions, Yvette? What drives you? I want what I deserve, and I'll do anything to get it. Passion itself is what drives me. I want excitement. I want to feel. To be honest, I'm just here because I want to get away from home. I feel passion itself. Ah, you are a woman after my own heart. A love of feeling is such a rare trait in this so-called age of reason. You have gained some favor with Madame Gazel. Far too many people are caught up in the world of numbers, theories, and treatises. All the grandest ideas in the world mean nothing without a life well lived. I like her. I like her. We're slowly getting a mommy. To be fair, I am uber tempted to suddenly change my mind about the not doing any more not doing any more ambition playthroughs cause I'm enjoying Madame Gazel wholeheartedly. The conversation continues for a while. It's delightful, romantic, and edgy. It's almost theatrical in its over-the-topness. You get the feeling that's just how Honorad is. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice a man in the livery of a servant, wearing a small black armband, trying to politely get Honorad's attention. He seems to be having quite a difficult time pulling her attention away from you. She eventually notices him. Ah, that's my servant Renee. I'm sorry that I'm needed elsewhere. Before I go, would you mind doing me a favor? When we first met, I introduced myself as Honorad, she says with a devilish smile. I think I prefer you to call me Madame Gazel from now on. Could you do that for me? Oh no! The writers know what they're doing! Oh no! The writers know what they're doing! The writers have grown intelligent! Oh no! Not only is she a mommy, she's a dommy mommy! She is a classy dommy mommy! Oh no! And she's goth! Oh no! Yes, Madame Gazel. Me valise, she replies. Thank you for indulging me, Yvette. I hope to see you again soon. Then, in a dramatic swirl of black taffeta, she turns and leaves. She's me. I want to be her. I will sacrifice whatever I need to be her. That's far more intriguing than I expected. Hopefully I'll be able to see more of her. You take a moment to get your bearings. Before you move on to the rest of the party, all the same, you can't quite get this woman out of your head. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Armand, if you die, I'm not mourning you. We may have to play the Dommy Mommy route. You may be like, Vesper, you're gay. Listen. Part of being gay is about wanting to be a pretty straight woman. Part of being gay is about wanting the power of a beautiful, dominating lady for yourself. I come from the era where gay men idolized powerful women. We're only just getting out of that era of time. Troye Sivan is new. Lil Nas X is new. I'm from the era where I worshipped Lulu and Shiva. And Lady Gaga. And I want to be Madame Gazel. But since we can't be Madame Gazel, we're going to be with Madame Gazel. We're going to be with Madame Gazel. Maybe not this playthrough, but one playthrough for sure. I cannot believe they pulled out the dummy mummy card in a historical visual novel. You know what? I take back everything I said earlier. I take back everything I said earlier. I don't have problems with the game anymore. The self-awareness, the awareness of trends is delicious enough. Let's go. These choices. Actually, let's look at these choices. Sufficient funds. Run-of-the-mill interaction. This one. You find yourself drawn to the telltale sounds of an argument. If nothing else, it should be entertaining. Me, monsieur, you're blaming me for the collapse of that bridge? I visited the work site myself, and I saw the supplies that you sold to the builders. The stones had enough cracks in them to resemble a spider's web. Of course my design didn't hold up. The angels themselves couldn't succeed with such shoddy materials. You exaggerate, Garçon. The materials my company supply weren't as poor as you say, and if they were, every business has the right to save itself money wherever possible. No, we need to stop planned obsolescence. Are you even listening to yourself? You trade your very soul to the devil for a few coins. I think you'd still have struck the bare bargain. Monsieur von Meyendorff replies, his expression calm but his voice white-hot with anger. Listen here, you Austrian cur. You do not have the right to speak to me like that. I may not hold a title, but I'm so far above your station. I'm a regular guest of the lords and ladies at Versailles. I will not be treated as such. May Versailles burn down in all its beautiful glory. Listen, I love the beauty I love the beauty of royalty. I just don't like what's behind the beauty. You know, gilded corpses and all that. A golden corpse still stinks. I'm sure the nobles adore you and your refusal to take responsibility for your own failings. However, if you paid any attention, you'll notice that the court at Versailles doesn't quite have the favor of the people in this room. Then again, I can't expect you to notice that. They require you to pay attention to something other than yourself. Some of the observing guests whisper amongst each other reprovingly. Even the bourgeoisie is unhappy with the crown at the moment, one still has to give a certain amount of respect to powerful men like this masonry magnate. You're treading on dangerous ground, garçon. Are you saying that I'm the one that's in danger? Kristoff replies, smiling for the first time. I've learned a lot while having the unpleasurable experience of working with you. If you're not careful, some of your indiscretions could become more public. You see both of them sharply inhaling, about to deliver their next verbal blows. Now, messieurs, perhaps this isn't so bad. Let's not take this a bridge too far. It says it's hard, but I'm at 100. Are you really suggesting that we should live and let live over something this serious? Kristoff asks you flatly. Perhaps we can part ways and simply be icily polite to each other from now on. I can find these terms agreeable, as long as I never have to work with you again, the Austrian architect replies, receiving only a polite nod in response. The magnate leaves, and Kristoff turns to you. Well, that was vaguely satisfactory. I hate it, but it was satisfactory. I suppose it prevented us from causing a scene, which I wanted. So thank you, Madame Deco, I hate it. Getting ready to spill wine. Gained some credibility, you lost a little pale. Now if you might excuse me, I have some other business to attend to. My reputation has been damaged enough by that loathsome blockhead that I must find a new project to save my reputation. Getting ready to spill wine, yeah. I should have impaled myself for the tea, I should have. I was there for the tea, but I just got credibility. I can't max out my credibility anymore. Kristoff leaves and you're there without much reward and reward, but at least you prevented their argument from degenerating into a complete embarrassment. Okay, let's see here. You can give me 2 gossips. I hate you, but I like your stories cause you tend to screw yourself over. You find yourself engaged in a conversation with Monsieur Guillaume de Sable about shoes of all things. I know they're starting to go out of fashion, but I absolutely need to invest in a pair of high-heeled shoes, you see. Really, the only thing standing in my way right now is that I simply can't find the right college and trust with such a task. You're not really sure what Guillaume needs them for. After all, he doesn't seem to do a lot of horse riding. And the man is already prodigiously tall. Then again, he truly seems the kind of man that lives the philosophy of less is not more, only more is more. And, actually, the shape, to go into, like, a fashion rant, a functionality fashion rant, high heels do help in horse riding because of the shape. You probably want a more functional thing for horse riding, but if you, like, need to escape on a horse in high heels for some reason, it works, because the heel, I guess, kind of shapes, it kind of curves, it, catches the, the horse, I want to say the pedal, the horse pedal. Pedal to the metal horsey. Uh, mm, I don't remember the name, so I'm just gonna call it the thing that comes off the saddle. But the heel catches it and allows you to, like, and helps and prevents you from, like, falling off. I hate you, but I love you. I hate you. Yeah, he's extra, but he's extra in a toxic masculine way. He's extra in a toxic masculine way, and he gets himself into trouble. But I love that about him, because it allows for shenanigans. Speaking of great heights and even greater pains, I must admit, I'm surprised that my colleagues in the bourgeoisie have found themselves aligned with the revolution, he says, chuckling at his own joke. Especially considering all the rumors I've been hearing about them lately. Sensing your rising interest, he stops just short. Then again, I know how much you love the trials and travels of the nationalist. And well, I'm going to get out of this interaction then. Seems he's more than content letting this gossip hang on a string in front of you. My tailor, Maurice, might know just the sort of cobbler you've been looking for. At the mention of his name, Maurice appears by her side. Previously, he'd been occupying himself with trying to stealthily examine the brocade on a passing gentleman's coat. Bonjour, Monsieur de Sable. I'm Maurice, Madame Yvette's personal tailor, an actual Amazon Prime account. This is the first time I've been useful. If I may ask, how familiar are you with a man known as Jean de Collet? Guillaume stares at your tailor incredulously. John the Cobbler? He gasped before dropping to a whisper. They told me he doesn't exist, that he was but a legend in this sartorial world. A phantasm chased by the young and foolish. What if I told you, not only do I have his address, but that he still owes me a favor as compensation for some work I did for him last year? Maurice says, holding out a neatly folded piece of paper. With a broad grin, Guillaume slowly reaches for the paper. Well, Your tailor pulls the paper just out of reach. Not so fast. As you said to Madame Yvette, this is a fair exchange. When you fulfill your end of the bargain, I'll do the same with hers. Fine then, let me explain what I know, Monsieur de Sable replies before sharing what he's learned. You gained a piece of shocking revolution gossip. Violinist, spice things up. They really said violinist. We're just doing a simple track here. Violinist, playing the violin like it's on fire. Maurice silently holds out the address, and Guillaume snatches it hungrily, like a drowning man grabbing at a rope that's been thrown to him. The exchange complete, your tailor gives you a knowing wink and disappears into the background. Thank you for finally being useful, Maurice! Showing far more decorum than usual, Guillaume politely excuses himself to go shoe shopping. Well, that went quite well, if you're not completely certain what the devil just happened. Shoes. Glam. In-game Yvette. Fashion is in-game. Coalition of the members of the bourgeoisie have been investing a large amount of money in hot air balloons. Are they visionaries or just wasting money on ridiculous fancies? I don't know, I support hot air balloons. Man, I kind of want to go Dommy Mommy now. I bet we have so much Wait, do I have, like... You met your strange fiancé Armand back when you both lived. Da da da. You have Elizabeth contravening society's norms. The widowed Honorad has been in mourning for over 2 years. Her vast fortune, secretive tendencies, and rumors surrounding her romantic predilections have made her a subject of suspicion among Paris's high society. Okay, so her husband was a beard. Or is it a beard when you're a lesbian? For gay men, when you date a woman, it's called a beard. What's it called when you're a lesbian who dates a man for hiding your sexuality purposes? I don't know. I think we need to go visit the cafe. See how we fucked Paris royally. I was... No, I don't have anything else to do. Coffee run. Let's go to Cafe Principe. Principe. Finding an empty seat at a table, you're approached by Marguerite, the waitress. Welcome back. What can I get you? One house coffee, please. Oh, certainly, madame, she replies happily. 3 livres isn't that much. She gives you a quick curtsy before she checks in with another table, taking their order as well. You sigh and take in the cafe around you. The whole place hums with excitement as patrons make the new pronouncement and trade verbal barbs with their compatriots. She returns with your coffee, steaming and hot. The porcelain cups clink. I am hoarse. Let me rebrand it to a horse VTuber. The porcelain cup clinks lightly as she sets it down, along with the containers of sugar and milk. You take a sip of the powerful brew while Marguerite leaves to attend at the tables. Immediately, its invigorating effects become apparent. You have lost 1 level of exhaustion. Sip out your drink and get settled in. It feels familiar, like a louder, livelier version of Les Sign, a public house you used to frequent back home. I know about Les Signes. Taking out your journal and pencil, you close your eyes and relax, just listening to the bustling cafe. Not focusing on one individual, but letting the sum total of the room flow into your ears, sussing it all together. Occasionally you open your eyes to jot down notes. Your journal has been updated with the standings of all political factions in Paris, and check this in the journal tab back at your home. After a few minutes, it becomes obvious that the revolution is significantly more powerful than the crown. While it might be possible for the crown to resist the revolution's demands, it would have to build strong alliances with other factions in order to do so. Opening your eyes, you switch your focus to something more specific. You scan the room, looking at everyone's manner of dress and body language. You're looking for more subtle hints about where everyone's allegiances lie. More notes are quickly scratched into your journal. Quickly scanning over your meticulous notes, you're quite certain the church is the most powerful of all minor factions in Paris. Additionally, it seems they strongly support the royal family. Now that you have your bearings politically, and start becoming a little more involved with your fellow patrons. The cafe is bustling with discussions swirling around you and ever-flowing morass. Chairs skirt the floor as patrons get up to switch seats in order to be better positioned in their current debate. A disheveled woman is banging her fist on the table, claiming that officials who fail to pay the army's wages on time are actually thieves. You get drawn into a conversation about the military and the crown, Aristocratic officers are lobbying the king for the right to dress as they please at court, instead of wearing their uniforms. He felt that being forced to wear a military livery cast them as servants instead of leaders. The generals are obviously unhappy about this. What say you? One of the patrons asked you, Sally. The crown is right. The nobility deserve the ability to maintain their dignity at official functions. The military is right. Regardless of their title, they should be proud to wear the king's uniform. I mean, we're against the crown at this point. At least one of the people in this discussion feels satisfied with that answer, but not everyone seems pleased. You're saying that your opinions will be known by nearly everyone in Paris by the time next morning comes around. You gain some favor with members of the military, you've lost a little favor with members of the crown. It's now late in the day and you're certain the conversations here will carry along into the night. Feel like you've done what you came here to do. Say goodbyes to the various patrons of the cafe and head home with a little more knowledge than you had before. We have to win the church, everyone. We have to take down the church. And you know what that means? We're about to go fuck a priest. Look up at the sound of Camille knocking on your door frame. Good morning, madame. House has been as due today, as are everyone's wages. Alright, take your money. Camille leaves to deliver the money, and with that business concluded, your day may continue. Okay. Wait, have I not won this? What was the last thing I wore? You know what, let's go to this. Let's wear this. This is a good dress. Wow, my parties are getting longer. These parties are getting longer and the people are still just as boring. Okay, you're the gambling addict I've seen at every single party. The main thing why... I think one of my main things about this game is that it's become very easy to metagame. Which, you know, it's a visual novel, it should be easy, but I feel like there should be some difficulty. Let's see here. I feel like I should approach Corporal D'Avenay because, you know, Alexander's dead. I'm probably the Corporal's only friend at this point, but... Let's see here, do I... All these are horrible. Actually, no, this one's good. I'm sorry, Corporal D'Avenay, you're my bestie. But, you don't have the good tea. In this game, listen, your friends are the ones with the better tea. Corporal D'Avenay just has the black tea. We got the red velvet cupcake tea here. Bonjour, Madame Decaux, says the young woman as she approaches you. You are, in fact, Yvette Decaux, no? I have a problem, you see, she says, opening her fan and talking from behind it. My father brought me here, and there's a gentleman over there who I like greatly to speak with. However, my father is a retired colonel, and there is certain expectations of us. I can't be seen approaching some gentleman that I don't know. I'm told that you seem to know everyone in Paris, and that you have no fear of accusations of impropriety. Can you help me? So, I'm basically a hoe. I'm a hoe with no respect. And that is not a lie. I do not respect any of these people. They are just rungs on a ladder to me. And girl, I'm gonna help you get on that ladder too, so you can ride that dick. If that is truly your reputation now, then perhaps you really have established yourself in Paris. Damn right I have. We do not care about others' thoughts here in Paris. These people are just moochers. Listen, sometimes you need to help your fellow woman. We need to help our fellow woman. She just wants one guy. We're trying to help all of Paris. She just wants to be a hoe for one man. If her father is a retired colonel, this is also an opportunity to acquire military gossip. We're doing this because we also benefit, you know? They may be mooching off of us, but we're mooching off of them. I have a reputation to protect as well. Please tell me about your family so I can decide. Oh, you want to know more about my family? I suppose that does make sense, she agrees happily. I think you'll find us quite reputable. The conversation that follows is brief, easily steered in the directions that you wish. On the surface, your questions appear to be about her family, but they're also allowing you to piece together elements of an incomplete rumor that you heard about earlier. You have gained a piece of outrageous military gossip. Absolutely outrageous. Stunning. I'm just stunned at how outrageous this is. With your objective secured, take her gently by the hand and lead her over to the object of her affections. Your introduction is swift and simple, but more than enough to do the job. Doesn't take long before the two of them are chatting happily, but within the stringent rules of propriety. With your end of the bargain accomplished, you decide to leave. All in all, this appears to have been a success. Okay. Old white man. Young white man. Gambling addict. Friendo. Let's go talk to the friend-shaped man. Breaking away from the crowd, you found yourself in a conversation with Corporal du Avenay. I mean, unlike most of our unit, I grew up in Paris. My father's a farrier, which is the only person I even know, which is the only reason why I know how to ride a horse. I've been around this stubborn beast since I could walk. One even gave me my first scar, he says, pointing to a thin line at the top of his forehead. Aww. He's so sad, he's just a small guy. Of course, it's not always the case. A few months ago, we had someone join up who actually lied about knowing how to ride. Apparently, the fool thought he could earn better pay. Instead, all he got him was a broken shoulder when his horse bucked him off. He laughs. I wonder whatever came of him. Doesn't really matter, I suppose, he says with a shrug. Other than the usual complaints and frivolities, our barracks are alight with mutterings of people worried about how dangerous the revolution is becoming. It's funny, they're all so loyal to the crown concerning the rumors I've heard lately. Begging your pardon, madame. I shouldn't be discussing that sort of thing. No, it's alright, you can tell me, Corporal. Well, you see... It's none of your concern, he says, eyeing you reproachfully. Wait, what? 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 Sir, my credibility is at 100. How can you deny me? My credibility is amazing. My credit score is in the 700s. And you deny me my tea? God damn it. grabs the nearby carrot and calls the horse out. You're getting another scar on your forehead. Fucker. No, no. It's gonna be lower. It's gonna be much lower than your forehead. It's going to be right around your center of gravity, sir. Before you can press him further on the issue, he turns on his heel and leaves the conversation entirely. You party guests stare at you in bewilderment, trying to deduce what transpired. You leave for a different section of the party before anyone gets a chance to inquire further, trying to obtain gossip, not become it. Alright, he's not my friend anymore. Forget the carrot, we're feeding him to the horse. We're feeding him to the horse. You stroll about a party at a leisurely pace, seeking out your next source of gossip and rumors. In fact, you notice a frantically conversing cluster that might be able to give you just that. How just as you're starting to approach this group, a white man intercepts you, wearing a strangely serious look on his face. Bonjour, madame. I'm toxic and masculine, and I would like to stop you in the middle of your girl bossing. Madame Decaux, I know that our dear host has invited you as some sort of social curiosity, but with your rather memorable entrances to Paris' social scene. However, I want to make something very clear. This event, and others like it, are for people who have served our nation, those who are directly connected to that noble cause. To my knowledge, you are neither of those things. Well, it's because the dick I was riding died. And Corporal d'Avernay is kind of in a mood. Sully, you attempt to circumvent him, but he smoothly steps directly into your path. You'll not be able to reach your quarry with him here. Damn it, these men! Not all men, but this one specifically. So pray tell, what are you doing here? Last I checked, there's nothing wrong with me being an ardent supporter of our troops. That's all you are, then. Just a harmless supporter of our troops, who simply enjoys parties for their own sake. You really want me to believe that? I suppose that does make sense. I'm a dumbass. He quips without an ounce of doubt. Gain back my credibility, I lost some Corporal d'Avernay. Kinda wishing he died. His presumptuous curiosity sated, he leaves. Now that the boorish interloper is gone, you're finally able to engage in the good, honest pastime of spying on strangers for personal profit. In fact, you arrived just in time to overhear something valuable before the guests in that particular group disperse. Gain a piece of cheap military gossip. Going in with the flow of the crowd, you managed to disperse alongside them, and arouse no suspicion in the process. All in all, a grand success. Yeah, we're feeding Corporal d'Avernay to the horses. Which was, there's a Greek myth about feeding a man to horses. I forgot which one it was. I'm gonna have to poke a friend about that. Actually, let me poke a friend now. I mean, it's a visual novel. Let me poke my mythology friends. Funnily enough, the person who I'm about to poke actually has a, is actually using a Greek mythology name. Witch King! fed man to his horses. Okay, let's see what our gossip is. King plans to weigh in on a legal case about where an enlisted man struck an officer during an argument at a local theater. Is this attentiveness from the king or an infringement on military discipline? The king ministers are begging him to supplement the army's presence around Paris with more foreign mercenaries. Is this meant to relieve exhausted troops, or is the nobility unsure of their loyalty? An older veteran who stands accused of murder has been discovered to be receiving care packages delivered by soldiers in his jail cell. It's a sign of loyalty or corruption. Let me see if I got an answer yet. Nope. Except because Madame Gazelle's gonna be there. Don't mean Mommy's gonna be there. Do we have any story events? Stories concerning the crown. I think I have a story about the crown. I do not have a story about the crown. I lied. Okay, we're selling this because it's outrageous. Shocking. Pedal influence. Push the military towards a revolution. Pedal influence. Do I want to increase the power of the bourgeoisie? You know what, let's increase the power of the bourgeoisie. Let's sell this. Sell this. Let's see here. Let me make sure I'm not muted. Okay. Okay, I have an ad break. Didn't know I had an ad break. Let me go get water. Oh, you're back from ads? Oh. My OBS is lying to me. Oh, thank you. Tamagotchi. My OBS is lying to me. I guess everyone has ads start at a different time, depending on when they came into stream, I guess. Can't wait to be famous where I can just live off of subs. I have no ads, ever. Well, maybe like 2 days of ads and then 2 days without ads, you know? I found a way to, like, make it fit. Let me go get some water real quick, because I'm almost out again. Because I actually keep hydrated during games. I'll be right back, hold on. Okay, got some water, did my stretchies, got my... My back will never recover from how I'm sitting, probably. That's fine. My back has been screwed up for a while. I've been playing video games since I was like a really small bat. Like I was like an asthmatic child and I had very bad allergies and I was sick all the time, so I just stayed inside a lot. So like I've been gaming since I was like 4 or 5. Like the first game I owned, I think I directly owned and wasn't like a hand-me-down or something bought for the family was Pokemon Yellow for the Game Boy Color. My Game Boy Color was a turquoise one, the classic turquoise Game Boy Color. And not only did my parents buy me Pokemon Yellow, is like they also bought like the one of them extras. I'm not sure if it came with the game. It's been when I was 5, that was the Jurassic era. But it came with a carrying pouch and a yellow and purple gaming pouch with a Pikachu on it. So like yeah, I've been gaming for a bit. And my back has been screwed up ever since. We're getting deep lore tonight. Okay. Do I have... Can I go on a date, or... Okay, there's Cafe Principe. Can I go on a date? Another Tamagotchi? Thank you, whatever. Wow, I am hydrated, I am stretchied. Thank you, that's probably what I need to get my brain to work. Having some issues logging on. Oh no, it's fine, it's fine. Ditsanil has been keeping me company all night. Also, thank you for being a part of the community, Ditsanil. I love seeing your name whenever I start up a stream. It's just nice seeing people, you know? If this is technically both a hobby and something I'm doing for money, but I'm sucking at the money part. So this is a nice fun hobby. I suck at the money part, so no, you're welcome. I like seeing your name here. I like knowing that I have regulars. Like, some people don't even have regulars, you know? I know that because I'm regulars in other people's streams, and I'm like, yeah, people deserve regulars. It's nice to know that it's a regular who I actually don't know. Like, I don't know you personally. Like like most of my other regulars I know from other places, but it's nice to know that I have a regular who isn't like watching me out being a friend or anything, or not like that discounts anything, but it's like it's nice seeing you, and it's nice to see that I have like I'm actually entertaining to people apparently. Like, oh my god, self-esteem. Oh my god, achievable self-esteem in this economy. But Thank you, Dits, for always being around. Like you and I have known each other for a while, Vesper. You and I. You and I. You and I. You know, this is Lady Gaga's song, but I forgot the lyrics. It's been a while since I've been in town. Been a while. I'm back in town. And I'm gonna make you mine. Okay, let's just visit the theater. Today you decide to explore the Boulevard du Temple. This place is say best known for its theaters. Strolling down the wide, tree-lined street, you finally find what you're looking for. La Grande Danseuse du Roi, it's best known theater in the city, specializing in two things: comedies and skirting the absolute limits of good taste. Ooh, I want to live here. Out of sheer curiosity, you step inside. There isn't a production going on at the moment. You see actors and carpenters rushing around to ready the theater for its next show tonight. The frantic energy is only amplified by the sight of a hapless young man trying to corral a dancing monkey back into its cage. The monkey doesn't seem interested in cooperating. Yeah, that sounds like theater. And a hydrate from the Ralphie Purse VT. And a stretch? Oh my god. Oh my god, my audience is taking care of me tonight? Hey cutie to you too, same to you. We're apparently about to meet some theater kids, apparently. It's nice seeing you, Ralphie. Did you stream today? I don't think I saw you streaming today. I'm guessing on a friend's stream. Ah, nice. Which is why I can't. No, it's okay. It's a pleasure seeing the cutest platypus ever. But go. Don't let me distract from the collab. Just had to say hi and like, thank you. I hope the collab goes well, and you're the cutest bat ever. Aww. Thank you. You're the cutest platypus ever. I have to poke you about this game later. Yes, poke me about it later. I think you should start. I think you'd like it. When you finally tire of watching the monkey shriek at its handler and pelt them with scraps of fruit, you take out your pencil and journal to jot down the address of the theater. Me working with OBS. OBS being the monkey. Which is why I have not updated my OBS yet. If anyone here wants to start streaming theater people discussing how to make the perfect backstab as the villainess falls to ground while grabbing the tablecloth. Okay, more deep lore for tonight. we're just going into all the deep lore, the deepest lore. I was once a theater kid. Though I think most VTubers were somewhat theater kids. But I was once in theater, and let me tell you, you think everything's going to go well. Like, we did a comedy, Alter Ego, which is about a wedding going wrong. Let me tell you something. You will eventually get tired of your own lines and you will stop laughing at them. And you will just have the lines down pat. You think you have them down pat. And then opening night comes. And what you think will go wrong will. My part went great. I had more of a small part. It was like for one section. But, we had, one, we, one entire part of the play was scrapped, like, not purposely, but because one of the main characters, one of the actresses playing the main characters came in way too early, and she was only supposed to come at the end. And so, like, there's, like, an entire scene we skipped because she came in too early. And, like, when my part came around, which was the funny part, the actors, my co-actors could barely keep themselves from laughing. I could, like, see it in their eyes. Oh dang, that must mix things up. Not too bad, but it really wasn't that great. I I kind of didn't. To be fair, to be fair, it was opening night, and like I wasn't expecting a scuff-free night. My part went well. And it was a good night otherwise. I had the theater cracking up and I enjoyed myself. But yeah, deep lore. Deep lore to that. Le Grand Danseur du Roi is now an available rendezvous location. Deep Vesper lore. Well, deep not Vesper lore, but still Vesper lore. Deep non-persona lore. With that address noted down, you hurry home before the crowds start forming outside. You wonder if they'll ever figure out how to control that monkey. Probably not. This feels like the perfect place to visit with someone that loves to laugh. Someone that isn't afraid of liking things that are a little bawdy or lowbrow. This is absolutely delightful. I can't wait to see it in full swing. That just noted down, you start to walk home, already eager to see one of their shows. Maybe they'll figure out how to control the monkey by then. Part of you hopes not. I need to, get down the Vesper lore. Because I do have things I have planned. Reception. I mean, we don't have anything else to do. The Vesper Compendium. It kinda is, cause I do have things planned, and they're going to interact with the ideas I put forth. Oh, I have an answer to my question, the Greek question. Okay, never mind. I don't have an answer to my Greek question. Whatever. You're a Greek person. Not like literally, but you know mythology. We were talking about how we wanted to feed a dude to a horse earlier. Which king did that? There is a Greek king who fed his horses men. I know there's a Greek king who did that. Do you know the name of the Greek king who fed his men? Of course, right as you're asking, my internet's not dropping. I will not know the answer to this question until I until the end of stream, apparently. No, mythology is wild, right? No, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine, we will learn after stream. Here, I'm on my phone now. I'll ask again. uh, what was the name of the king who fed his horses? He really loved his horses, but he fed his horses, men who he didn't like very much. I think that was a story in Greek mythology. I don't know if you know the king either. Like, that's like not a popular story, but I know it's at least semi-known. But I'm like, there's a king who fed men his horses. I mean, fed horses his men. Like, I think he fed his soldiers who he didn't like or something. I know I can look this up right now, but I figured I would get a more complete story from the people who actually knew stuff. But, speaking of mythology, we're doing a lot of side rants tonight. Yes, Diomedes, the king of Thrace. Yes, that's it. That's the one. Is he the one who had the Phrygian stables? Oh, I got a Phrygian. I'm reminded of Cultist Simulator. And all the books I haven't read. Cultist Simulator still haunts me in other games. But yeah, Diomedes and his man-eating horses. Yeah, it's Diomedes. Thank you. Yeah, I remembered, like, him getting his... I just googled the description, yeah. So, it's Hercules, so it's probably more moderately known. The 12 Laborers. But on mythology, since I'm now down this rabbit hole, uh, we have to be careful about a lot of mythology from that area, like Norse, Egyptian, Greece. You have to be really careful about, because, like, a lot of it was, I don't want to say tainted, but tainted is the best word, like, touched by Christianity, and not in a good way. It's bad touchies. The bad touchies of Christianity. The bad touchies of Christianity kind of ruined, well, not ruined, again, tainted a lot of mythos. And you always have to be careful about, your sources. But, I'll automatically tell everyone this. There is no sources of Norse mythology that have not been touched by Christianity, I think. Because Norse was mostly oral tradition. You know, the oral asphyxiation. So, like, I think we have, like, a few bits and bobs of Norse mythology that have not been touched by Christianity, or people have supposed how Norse mythology would have looked without a Christian intervention. So we just have to be careful and take a lot of mythology from any areas that were bad touchied by Christianity. Just because of how, you know, they were recruiting. The most famous source was when the region was converted. Yeah, the Eddas. The Eddas of Norse were post region conversion. So, like, whenever you take a look at a lot of things, you have to remember that that there is certain Christian influences. It's kind of funny because the most currently powerful thing in this game, the most currently powerful faction is the church. But, you have to be careful, and you have to, like, imagine how the religion would have looked without Christian influences. Like, they really try to make Loki into a Satan figure. But you kind of have to look at all the stories where Loki is not a Satan figure and figure out, okay, when do I take the more villainous stories and when do I not take the more villainous stories, you know? Like, how much of it here is trying to make Loki look like Satan when he's not Satan and more of an Apollo figure? Or an Hermes figure, or a Hades figure, though Hell is more the Hades figure. Because it's really, I don't want to say Abrahamic is the only religions with outright super powerful forces of evil. Odin is also a trickster figure, yeah. Because, like, there are sources of evil in other mythologies, but they seem to be more, primordial? Like, evil is just a thing that exists. There's no one behind the evil. Though, I feel like Greek has some evil figures, though, again... again... Christian bad touchies. The Christian bad touchies. I think I may do a thing on that about mythologies and Christian influences. There's Typhon. Yeah, the Titans, again, I might have to look at certain things. Typhon and Echidna are very... Like, a lot of the Titans and things related to them definitely do come off as straight up evil. Like a Typhon, Nyx, Echidna, the mother of monsters. But because you're the mother of monsters does not make you the monster itself. Though it's very weird they named her Echidna, which is like one of the cutest things in the world. Typhon being described as this giant monster snake also. Some people are into that. Echidna was into it, I think. Was Typhon the sea? I think Typhon still owns some dominion over the sea, doesn't he? Furnishings. He went on Tinder, obviously he's on Tinder. He spots a certain wealthy window, making inquiries with the creator of bespoke furniture. What could she be up to? Oh man, I can go talk to Dommy Mommy? I mean, I had literally no story events happening. I literally have no story events happening. Kino was there, they hit it off, right? Right? We're going to be playing for only like 30 more minutes because I'm afraid of what this position is going to do to my... It's not like I'm sitting in a bad position, I'm just sitting cross-legs on the floor. I think honestly sitting in the chair is probably worse for my back. But like, I'm kind of like afraid of like being in this position forever. But, whatever. I don't think you were here when we met, Dolly Mommy. I don't think you were here when we met Dolly Mommy, so we have to show you what Dolly Mommy. Out in the city, you find yourself wandering a street lined with businesses making and selling fine furniture. The air smells of witch woods, sweet resins, and pungent varnishes. Typhon was Era's solo child? Ah. I thought that was Hephaestus. Just looking at all the magnificent pieces on display is enough to make you wonder how much it would cost to replace the aging and splintering furnishings in your own home. Probably far too much. Then, that's when you spot a familiar figure wearing a dress as dark as midnight, examining a store with a worn and illegible sign. It depends, I think. Yeah. Greek is weird. Especially since Eros can be Aphrodite's child. Or Eros could have spawned from the chaos. I kind of like Eros spawning from chaos. Love is born from chaos. That's like a quote. That's a quote I love. Love is born from chaos. Plus also it kind of goes in with other mythologies spawning from chaos. And I think Japan uses the chaos pool as well. Shintoism. Madame Gazelle doesn't seem to notice you as she enters the shop. We're going to observe from afar. You wait outside for a while, wondering what to do next. Observing the shop from afar, you pretend to browse through the selections put on display by some of the neighboring merchants. For the next half an hour, you manage to learn something about fine furniture. It might be helpful to the next part you go to. You have gained a little credibility. Eventually, Madame Gazelle emerges from the store, looking absolutely livid. She gestures to her coachman Renee, who starts bringing her carriage around. Listening intently, you manage to hear her say, "Fine. If that old fool can't help me, I'll find someone who can." As she gets into her carriage and disappears, you can't help but wonder what just transpired in that store. With slightly increased knowledge of fine furniture, but no definite answers, you head home. Ah, shit. You didn't get to see... Well, you saw Dommy Mommy, but you didn't get to experience Dommy Mommy. You didn't get the experience of Dommy Mommy. Fortunately, our next party is bourgeoisie. Appointments. Uh... Is this the alcohol guy I met earlier? The dude with the cat? Who I'd personally like to fuck? I find the streets today to be especially crowded. Even into the dwindling hours of early evening, perhaps these people have nothing to occupy their spare hours with, other than wandering the streets. While this wouldn't normally be an issue for you, you find yourself caught up in these crowds, and it soon becomes difficult to do anything other than go with the flow of traffic. You feel like a piece of flotsam caught up in the river's currents. As you get bumped around, you suddenly find yourself face to face with Jakov, the man you met at the docks. I don't know why that needed to be exclaimed. He has a cat, whatever. He has a cat, and he's a pagan. I love him. Pagan in Paris. It sounds like a mystery. The mystery is, how can I get him into my house, into my bed? But unfortunately, you can't romance him, which is sad. Amanda Ko, it is great to see you again. You enjoyed the Akija, I take it. It's funny I run into you again when I found myself in another predicament. I recently received party invitations from two of my clients on the same day. One is a prominent noble near the crown, the other is an influential revolutionary. I can only attend one of these functions. Whoever I meet will likely gain the social benefits of my fine wares. I've been thinking myself in circles about it. Hold up, catnip. I want the cat more than I want him, but I also want him, but it's definitely the cat. Whose event do you think I should attend? Accept the Revolution's invitation. They love new and exciting things. Ah, that is a good point. Hopefully my steady stream of exotic spirits will help my revolutionary client be a little more popular. That good business will follow. The revolution has gained some power. Now, as much as I'd like to stay and chat, Yvette, I must be off. I have some last deliveries to oversee. Also, it's almost Dussault's dinner time, he says, scratching his cut under the cat's chin. She meows in agreement with this assessment. That he leaves, easily pushing his way through the crowd. Night has fallen by the time you manage to escape the throng and get home. But that's no matter. You manage to benefit from a truly unique opportunity. Yeah, I want that cat. Alright, we have a company party. Professor Charles Hottinger. What the hell am I wearing? Oh. Oh, I wish I had a better dress. I guess we're wearing this thing. The novelty's wearing off, but... Put me back up to 100. Oh no! Oh no! Joanna is talking with my woman. Hold up. Madame Gazel is speaking to some woman named Joanna. Something about saying these two together is putting you on edge. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta fucking go! See Madame Gazel at the party. Decide to approach her. But you notice she's not alone. There's another woman with her. Madame Gazel perks up when she sees you approaching. Bonsoir, Yvette. Quick, grab a fan, hit it up with batting eyelashes. Yeah. Yeah, we got this. We got this. Though to be fair, I think Joanna is straight since she's going for our fiancé. Madame Gazel perks up when she sees you approaching. Bonsoir, Yvette. Have you met Joanna Desjardins? Oh god, this is one of the things I dislike about the game. That there's not flags. There's not separate flags. So, it's like I don't know Joanna. Not yet, but I'm glad to now. Yes, you're one of the most interesting people, Madame Gazel. You step into the conversation and Madame Gazel gives you a hidden smile. Genuinely glad to have your company. Yes, Queen. Being a little favor with Madame Gazel. So, as I was saying before, continued Joanna, She flags down 7 and requests 3 glasses of wine. Oh, we only need 2 of those, says Honora quietly. 7 doesn't seem to notice her. Instead, he generously fills 3 glasses and sets them down on a table in front of you. What I saw in Austria when I was there was fascinating. The Holy Emperor has enacted reforms focused on social progress and stability. Sure, you already know that stability is a necessary part of any growing economy. Joanna doesn't seem to notice that Honorad isn't paying attention. She's staring at the wine in front of her, clutching tightly to the glass of water in her hand. What's wrong? Do you not like this particular vintage? No, it's just that Madame Gazel replies distantly, swallowing hard. I know, let's have a toast. Joanna takes a glass and holds it aloft. How about to cooperation and prosperity? Let's hold off on that toast. I'd rather hear more specifics about what you saw in Vienna. What? Of course, we can avoid the pleasantries if you just like to focus on the fine details. Honora looks visibly relieved and moves her wineglass to a faraway table when Joanna isn't looking. Madame Gazel, favor up! Need some favor with Madame Gazel. Joanna proceeds to recite an absolutely dizzying list of the exciting and inspiring news coming out of Vienna. It's easy to get caught up in her enthusiasm. By the end of it, you're practically ready to swear fealty to the Holy Roman Emperor yourself. Abruptly, she pulls a pocket watch from her bodice and clucks her tongue. I'm sorry, ladies, but you must excuse me. I have an appointment that I must keep. Yeah, an appointment with our man. But I'm ready to dump Armand. He hasn't talked to us in like a week. I'm a busy woman. I need attention. And he ain't giving me none. I've hanging out with Madame Gazel here and her cleavage for years. With that, Joanna departs to a different section of the party. To a long pause, Madame Gazel says, "Thank you, Yvette. I really appreciate your help." "Thank you, Madame Gazel. Believe me, the gratitude is all mine. You stopped me from making a grave mistake." "Ugh, listen to me," she laughs and rolls her eyes. "I'm supposed to be the one who's powerful, cool, and in command. You can be all those things and still be human." "Thank you. I think I need to hear that." Oh, I think I love her. You and Madame Gazel chat together for a little while before parting ways. While the worst has been avoided, she still looks exhausted by the thought of what could have been. Look around the party, checking to see if there's anything else you can do before the end of the evening. Can... Is she a romance option? Yes. Yes. She is a romance option, and since there's nothing moving with our fiancé, since our fiancé hasn't talked to us in a week, I'm about to go in all in on Gazel here. Here's the thing, she wants us. She demands that we call her Madame Gazel. And, like, I think she's a lesbian. I think she is outright a lesbian, and she married her husband to hide the fact that she's a lesbian. A gentleman is currently in the process of smothering one Madame Gazel with advice. While she'd clearly rather be anywhere else. Perhaps you can help? Hold on. I love you, Gazel. I love you, literally. I love you, Queen, but I need gossip first. Cheap. Cheap. I can have cheap and shocking, maybe. Hold on. I can have favor. Can we romance Lei who's trying to romance a husband? No. No. I don't want to romance her. She's evil. They're subtle as an anvil with Joanna. They're subtle. Here's the thing, we've always had sex with our fiancé, but he hasn't given us anything in a week, so, I want the... You know what? We have one more thing we can do after we talk to Honorad. So let's go ahead and talk to Honorad again. Every shot's just doing the cubic stare. Exactly. Strolling through the party, you managed to spot Madame Gazel from across the room. She's with a man who seems very excited to speak with her. Upon closer inspection, he is the only one excited about this conversation. She looks absolutely apathetic. Seeing an opportunity, you decide to approach them. Though some might consider a simple industry, there's a lot more complexity to wallpaper importing than one would imagine, he says before favoring Honorad with a sly wink. And where there's misunderstanding, there's profit. I mean, if the husband is willing to her, dump his butt and force them to get together, then ruin their lives. I love you, tits. I love that. I'm willing to push this narrative now. To be fair, I wasn't expecting Round Gazel to be so... I wasn't expecting Mount Gazel to be Bayonetta. I wasn't expecting Mount Gazel to be Bayonetta, but now that we're on this path... the gays will be winning. Armand is still quite handsome, to be frank. If I was playing a male character, I would not be dumping... I would not be going for Madame Gazel. But... we're playing a woman, so we have to be a lesbian now. Oh wow, Madame Gazel replies. Hold on, wait, Madame Gazel voice. Hold on. That's absolutely fascinating. I never considered that before. Hold up. I have to push up my chest. She's lying. However, I like to take up your time. However, I'd hate to take up too much of your time with all this talk about business. This is a social event after all. I'm sure you have a lot to attend to. He grins wider and replies, Oh, don't worry yourself, Madame Gazel. My schedule is entirely open. Oh, that face. She is like, fuck everything about this man. I have so many clips I wish I could make right now. I mean, you could always make them after stream. Their VOD will be there. In fact, Oh, Yvette, is that you? Madame Gazel walks over and leads you into the conversation by the hand. I've never been so glad to see you before. Have you met Monsieur Hervé? I'm sorry to interrupt, Madame Gazel. Don't we have an appointment to keep? That expression, yes. The banker looks puzzled by this new development. Ah, yes, Madame Gazel suddenly replies. How could I have been so forgetful? Yvette and I have some business we need to attend to. My apologies, monsieur, we must go. That she puts a hand on your waist, ooh la la, and leads you both away from the banker before you can formulate a proper objection. Mon Dieu, you are a lifesaver, she whispers to you. If I had to tolerate that any longer, I would gouge my own eyes out. You gain a decent amount of favor with Honorade. The worst part of all this is, I actually do need advice on what I should be doing with Charles's fortune. I never took enough interest in the specifics of his work, now I'm floundering. There's been enough business talk, I will discuss me and you. Oh, I couldn't possibly agree more, she says in a low voice, leaning close enough to you that you can smell her perfume. It smells like violets. Madame Gazel sips wine and balances the wine. Smiles. Ah, good wine. Smashes Monsieur in the face with the glass. Yes, she's that. Though she doesn't seem to like wine, she seems to have a history. However, she could be a water sommelier. Ah, good water. Smashes. Gain some favor with Honorade. In fact, she says before giving a silent signal, her servant Renee appears. He hands you a bone-colored business card. There's no name printed on it, merely an address. Oh? 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 You should write me a letter. I'd love to see you in a place where none of these people are able to interrupt us. That is, if you're amenable to such company. I can now rendezvous with Dummy Mommy. You now go on rendezvous with Madame Gazel. Without another word, she leaves. The scent of her perfume still hangs in the air. Floral, yet bitter. This just keeps getting better and better. Take your time to savor the scent hanging in the air before tucking her business card into your bodice. Returning to the rest of the party. Here's my mail number. Call me. Queen behavior. Ooh. The twink is here. The twink is at the party. You happen across Jacob Merkovic, the liquor importer again. It seems he's trying to strike a deal with the extremely discerning customer. As you might remember, Monsieur Merkovic usually awards those who help them. We got the twink. We got Armand. We got Gazel. I think we're winning. We're winning. I support the arc of Dummy Mommy, Armand, and the twink. I think he's a Russian twink too. He'd be on. I'm making this joke. I know no one's gonna get it. But maybe he'd be on, Zek Hunter. Czech Republic? Yes, he'd be on Zek Hunter. Just romance all the friends. Be a whore to all the friends. Yeah. Buy harem one flare at a time, right? Wait, is there a harem ending? I need to know, Steam. Is there a harem ending, Steam? Is there a harem ending? Okay, yeah, there's only 3 chapters, so... Antoine... I don't know if there is. Okay, I see we have a lot. We have a lot of pettiness in our future. We have a lot of pettiness in our future. We have a lot of pettiness in our future. And I love it. But I don't think we have a harem ending. Maybe? Maybe I can have 2 romances? We'll see. You find yourself drawn to an open window and the precious breeze that it provides. This summer has been appallingly hot, and today is no different than any other. Is Napoleon going to turn up? Was Napoleon involved in the French Revolution? You spot the liquor importer, Gazel Merkovic again. He is, as always, accompanied by his cat, Duceau. Okay, he also has a Paris Hilton complex going on. I love that about him. He recognizes you and brightens up that smile, brightens up into a smile as you approach him. Bonjour, Madame Ducaux. Apparently he has not forgotten the times you've helped him with his importing operation. As you step next to Jacob, Duceau starts to crane her head out next. Yes! 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 I can pet the cat. Okay, all my qualms with this game are gone. All the qualms are gone. Napoleon was afterwards, I think, yeah. You pet the cat and scratch her a little underneath the chin. You can pet the cat, chat. You can pet the cat. I was about to say you can pet the chat. She purrs appreciatively, but a few moments later she takes a playful swipe at your hands with her claws. Thankfully you manage to pull back in time before she can scratch you. Your call only laughs. Would you believe that means she likes you? I have gotten credibility from the cat. This is how the game should work. The cat has given me more credibility. Look at this place, Chekov continues, gesturing to everyone in sight. Never seen so many precious wine and spirits consumed in a single setting. It's enough to make me nostalgic for home. If I remember correctly, at some point in time, the official drinking age in Russia was 10 or 12 at some point. I'm not sure if this is correct information. I do not remember my source, but I remember seeing that somewhere. However, it is also Russia. It is also Russia. If possible, I need your assistance making a sale here. I wouldn't normally need help with this aspect of the business, but this particular customer is quite patriotic in his dealings. Put simply, he's skeptical of foreign merchants of any stripe. It would help to have someone who's actually French speaking on my behalf. I have some samples of my product, of course, but I'd rather not trust this entire sale to the whim of one man's palate, he sighs. Before you can answer, the man in question has approached Jakov. This connoisseur carries himself with that humorless bearing that afflicts all men who are desperate to be taken seriously, even when they have nothing important to say. So, a lot of men? Monsieur Markovic, I've been told that you're looking to speak with me about your foreign provisions. Provisions? Really? He's buying supplies for a party, not a grand expedition across the Alps. I can't imagine why I wouldn't just buy from a local merchant. Isn't there a value in having a variety of spirits available for your guests? A value in variety, you say? Suppose that does make a certain amount of sense. Not all my guests share my refined tastes. They may enjoy that certain novelty that Monsieur Merkovic's wares are able to provide. Perhaps my spirits will provide your finer vintages with a necessary contrast. It could help highlight what makes French wine so unique. Seems that we should discuss business after all. Still facing the connoisseur, Chekov steps close to you and slyly palms a note into your hand. Monsieur, perhaps you and I should take this discussion elsewhere. After all, it seems unseemly to discuss the specifics of finance in public. Ah, yes, indeed, the client-to-be replies, as sweet and cordial as the spirits he is likely to buy. They step away. You take a moment to examine the note that was slipped into your hand. Appears to concern some scurrilous things that Chekov overheard while speaking with some clients. Yes, Chekov, give me that tea. He gives the tea and the spirits. You quickly tuck the paper into your bodies, which is becoming quite full. Move on before someone notices it. That little exchange has been profitable to you both. Okay. Hold up for just one sec, chat. I'll let the Brobat in. And here. Fire balloon gossip, revolutionaries. Wealthy financier thinks the revolutionaries need to focus their efforts on drafting a constitution. Suprematic friend of the revolution or dismissive bore? Continue. And with that... Okay, where is it? Oh. Hold on, we'll wait for ads to end. I was not expecting, to be in the middle of ads. Oh my god. Hold up. Okay. VOD people. Thank you for watching. We're nearing the end of the broadcast. Oh shit. Oh shit, I want to talk about this later. Oh no. But yeah, I don't know shit about the French Revolution, besides, what's taught in schools. I need to read. Da-na-na-na. Welcome back, everyone. I would have snoozed that if I knew it was happening. They need to, have the ads manager come up in, I think Napoleon basically rolled up at the end of it and became emperor. Yeah. Like, I'm not 100% sure. I need to go, like, read up. Now I'm, like, interested. I'm invested. This is what they need to do to get people invested in history. Make games about it. that we got the date from Honor. You would please join me on the 17th of June for a day spent at the La Grande Taverne de Londres. So yes, accept, 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 accept the date with Madame Gazel. But hold up. We're gonna close this for the moment. Because, it's the end of stream. Oh my god, I love Truffle. Truffle will be here for as long as I want him to be. But that was fun. It's always funny when I complain about games and they're immediately like, oh, you're gonna complain about me? You're gonna complain about me? I'm gonna show you how good I am. It's like, oh, okay, okay, that happened. But I had a good time, as always. I love it. I love you guys. I love streaming. Oh, one more Tamagotchi for the road. A Tamagotchi for the road. But that will be the end for tonight. I'm not sure where the hell we're gonna go in that game. Every time I think I have that game down, it's like, no, you don't. All my bitching was for nothing! Right. Whenever I complain, something seems to be fixed. Maybe I should just complain more. The universe doesn't seem to like me complaining in particular. But thank you all for watching. Tomorrow we are playing, Lobotomy Core. I think tomorrow is Lobotomy Core night. And we're going to finish Yuppie Psycho on Saturday. Depending on what happens in Lobotomy Core tomorrow will determine other things, so be excited for that. Thank you, Dits. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank all of you for being here. My lurkers, my active people, my chatters. And let's see who we're gonna raid. Thank you as well, whatever. Okay, who we gonna raid? Who we gonna raid? Is Oliver still on? I don't normally get to raid Ollie. I know he tends to play Stellaris for a bit. Okay, oh, Royal Knight's on. I don't think I've raided into Royal in a bit, so we're going to raid into Royal stream. Royal is a super awesome Princess Knight, so going to raid Royal. Her name's Yulia. We're going to raid Yulia. I'm sorry. I just call her by her username sometimes. Thank you all for joining me. Farewell. We'll be streaming tomorrow around the same time as always. And I hope your fate has been changed for the better. Farewell. And I wish you the best of nights. Bye.